Imagine waking up and not having to fight yourself. No negotiation, no talking yourself into the gym, no forcing the cold shower, no dragging yourself to work. Most men will never experience this because they always do the whole thing in the wrong order. And once you see the right order, you can never unsee it, my friend. And here's what most men do. They decide they want to change. They buy the gym membership. They download the app. They write the routine. And they watch the videos. They know what's going on, alright? And then day one, motivated. Full start, rocket is heading off. Day three, still going maybe. Then day seven, back to zero. And then they blame themselves. They say, I just need more discipline. I just need to be more consistent. I'm just not a gym guy or whatever. That's a lie. That's a plain lie. And that's the false assumption that keeps you being stuck for years. Because let's look at it what it is. You're treating discipline like the starting point, all right? Like if you grind hard enough, if you force hard enough, if you white knuckle hard enough, one day you will get it. You will be the different man, but bro, come on. If you can manage to continue living like this, you will burn out in the long run. And in the short run, what usually happens, the motivation runs out, the willpower runs out. And you end up exactly where you started, hating yourself a little bit more because you think to yourself, fuck, lost it again. Fuck, messed it up one more time. Well, and if you're following me for longer, you know, I don't preach motivation, I preach identity. And well, this is exactly why. So here's the right order, my brother. Discipline is not the cause of change. Discipline is the byproduct of your identity. Let me give an example. You don't see Usain Bolt or whatever athlete force himself to train. Of course he has bad days, but he just trains because this is who he is. Action follows the identity, always. Like for example, when I started doing Muay Thai and preparing for fights, I was doing Muay Thai twice per day sometimes, 6 to 7 days per week. And my guys thought, man, he's insane. This is insane workload because I was running a company next to it and all of those things, right? But this is just who I decided to be at that time. The action follows the identity. Always. Most men try to act their way into identity, grind first, and then become later, but that's backwards. That's just bullshit. That's why it's so hard. And the real alchemists understood this. The old teachers, the ones who were talked about that they were able to turn lead into gold, they weren't talking about metal, in fact. Maybe some of them were able to. I don't know. They were always talking about turning something of lower nature, of lower value, an unconscious life into something of higher value, my brother. So when the metaphor says lead into gold, what we can derive from that is a life we don't like to a life we like. You decide who you are first, then the discipline is something you don't force, it's just something that comes to you. All right? Well, and if you don't learn this, my brother, I'm telling you exactly what's going to happen. Next January, next Monday, New Year's resolution, right? Wait for it, next January. And fresh start. Doing it for 1 week or 2 weeks and then back at day zero. But in the future, you're going to be 40, 50, and you're the same man, making the same promises. And that's the real cost. It's not, bro, it's not the missed workout. It's not that you didn't stick to your meal plan for a day. Man, this happens. It's that if you don't stop now, you will waste your life. Man, my voice goes higher. Sound like Jordan Peterson. But you will waste your life, my friend. And then because you take wrong decisions, you will end up in a life you don't like. You could be a sports car, right? Let's not talk about brands. You could be a sports car, but you decide to be a used car from, I don't know, Fiat Punto from 1999 or whatever. But you could be a brand new sports car, right? That you open and you smell the leather and you're like, fuck yes. kilometers at zero. You turn on the engine. Yeah, this could be you if you would change your identity. So who am I even to speak about this? Who am I to teach something? Who am I to be a coach? After my teenager years, I was a homeless drug addict. And at some point after hitting rock bottom, I had my first apartment, bro, and I was so broke, I had to fry onions sometimes to survive. Sometimes I was trying to make pancakes from just flour and water from, tap water, making some kind of dough, trying to fry it and eat it. This type of broke, all right? And I changed my identity many times, and I understood after years of meditation. You have to understand that I started broke, okay? Homeless and as a drug addict even. Then I went broke. Then I turned into a business owner, making 5 digits monthly consistently over years. But since I was working, I got out of shape. So I got from fat with money to fit with money. Then I remembered that, I shouldn't just waste my time in front of the computer all day long. I like women. So I changed my life and myself and got some kind of a playboy. It was degenerate, yes, but I learned so much about women. And this was what made me able to be a dating coach after some time. I was a dating coach on Instagram, but I deleted my content because I didn't want to help men indulge in degeneracy. But not only that, I was fighting Muay Thai in the biggest stadium of Bangkok. And nowadays I'm happily engaged. I love my life and I love my fiance. It's like I lived multiple lives and it was always me. So the question is, how did I do that? I never disciplined my way into that. I never disciplined my way into a big body. I never disciplined my way into be a Muay Thai fighter. I never disciplined my way into be a business owner or having lots of women around or whatever. No. I decided who I was first, and the discipline followed automatically, every time, without exception. And, back then I didn't have a name for it. And again, I understood it after years of meditation, years just being with me. And I have proof for all of this meditation. Even I had a YouTube channel for years just meditating there. Yeah, every transformation, same mechanism. Identity first, everything else follows. And here's the thing. Most men can see this in themselves, not because they are not smart. In fact, I work with smart men and aware men all the time. But it's because they can't see their own blind spot. They're too close to that. And that's exactly what I do with the men I coach. I show them who they are deciding to be. I build the system around it. And so the discipline runs itself. This is it. It's literally that easy. So here's what I actually do. I'll give you something. Stop asking, what should I do? Ask, who am I becoming? Before the gym, before the routine, before any of that, you decide your identity. This is how everything starts. Not with the action, with the internal work. Because your external reality is a reflection of your internal world. Not I want to work out, but I'm a man who trains. We start from the end. Who is he? And then become him. Not I want to stop scrolling, but I'm a man who guards his mind. The language matters because the identity drives the action. And then you make your days match that man. Over and over. You look at your time, you look at where your time actually goes, the scrolling, the wasted hours, the vacuum you feel with nothing, and you build it around who you've decided to be. The discipline stops becoming a fight. It just becomes who you are, my brother. This isn't easy, and I'm not going to pretend it will be, my brother, all right? It takes work, it takes honesty, and most men won't do it. They'd rather keep blaming their discipline than face who they've decided to be. Because comfort can feel good too, even though they don't like their reality. But yeah, if you're starting over and you're done working in circles, and if you're ready to decide who you are and build a life that actually follows after taking this decision, that's exactly what you are going to find in the Alchemy of One. I had men become the king they already feel inside. If this resonates with you, my brother, there's a link below. You can book a call or just send me the DM King on Instagram and let's have a chat about it. Stay strong. See you in the next one.